All I know about printers is that it puts ink on paper. Help Madison understand how 3D printing is literally revolutionizing manufacturing.
In 3D printing, we're putting down a plastic or we're curing a plastic that exists in the build area, one layer at a time.
Welcome back to Madison Noteworthy. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Victorson. Today we're at Midwest Prototyping. Madison, buckle up. We've got a lot to learn in the next 3 to 5 minutes about printing. We're here with the founder, Steve Grundle. Steve, really good to see you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Tell us about your relationship to the manufacturing business, because the way you're using printers is just blowing my mind today.
Okay, so we do 3D printing. That's what we've been calling it for the last few years now. We've been doing it for 14 years. We started in 2001. So we work with local manufacturing companies and design firms to help them develop new products or redesign existing products. A lot of times we'll see something here in the prototype phase, which of course is very confidential and we can't disclose anything, but later on we walk through Target or Kohl's and we see those same products on the shelf 6 months or a year later, and that's really fun to see things that we played a tiny little part in bringing to life on the store shelf.
Madison, get ready to have your mind blown. Steve's agreed to show us something else that they're doing with these 3D printers that literally could potentially be a matter of life and death. You want to show us that?
Yeah,
product?
So I'll have you hold these for now. So there are a number of medical applications that 3D printing lends itself to very nicely. If you think of a CT scan or an MRI scan, we talked earlier about how the parts are built in a layered fashion.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly how those images are collected. They're done one slice or one layer at a time. So it's possible to take a CT scan, for example, and recreate those slices and print your part. So here's a lumbar vertebrae that came from either a CT or an MRI scan, was recreated. So if you have a defect in your vertebrae, instead of a doctor having to interpret from x-rays or from images, they can print the part, hold it in their hand, and inspect the real situation.
Kind of almost like a sneak preview before they cut you open.
Long before they cut you open.
So Madison, you've heard it. What an episode of Noteworthy. You probably never thought printing could be this cool and this advanced. So ways that you can support, potentially do business with Midwest Prototyping, go on the website, check them out. You can contact Steve or his team. Also, as it relates to Noteworthy, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube page. Thanks so much for tuning in this week.